Hi Taurus, it's Devine and welcome to the tarot forecast for mid-March to mid-April 2018. I am using the Caro Marchetti cards, the Gateway to the Divine cards, and also the Hanson Roberts deck for a little bit, and the Domino Angels cards as well to overview things. So I'm really interested to see what comes out. We've had very similar messages so far with many people, so I'm really interested to see what your message will be on life in general, a little bit about love, and maybe finances too, and your spiritual journey. Okay, so of course check your moon and rising signs, and also you can check out my Patreon page, personal readings, or text me as well. Patreon is all about our mission, and my mission here is to be able to help people for free. So I'm asking for people to help me by joining my Patreon community. So thank you so much for those who have. Okay, here we go. Taurus, what is going on with you? Okay, I'll explain the cards and how they work with each other as we go along. Okay, interesting mix. Never know what's going to come out. So firstly for Taurus, the Six of Wands. Then you have the World. And then you have the Four of Swords. And then you have the Queen of Cups. So let's see how these all gel. I'm just going to sit in a different position because I can feel someone's got a back problem. Okay, Six of Wands. So this is how you're going at the moment. And Taurus, it feels to me like you've had the word breakthrough comes. This may be a breakthrough with someone else in your life, you know, where you've been waiting for something to shift and change in their life, and suddenly they start getting it. You feel like you're victorious, you know, you've worked this hard and you're finally getting this action happening. For some of you, this is talking also about a breakthrough within speaking to someone, you know, having the right words to say and being able to get through to them, so that perhaps some sort of destructive behavior that they had going on finally starts to heal. I also feel this card is also talking about your ability to see into your future, your ability to start to focus on the positive side of things and understand that, you know, you can do, be, or have anything you want as long as you hold that vision of success for yourself, which is one of my quotes actually. The Six of Wands is a time of, like I said, of joy, victory. For some people it's a card of coming home, so maybe there's a welcoming home party for someone as well that you haven't seen for a long time. Basically everything is going well in your life, and you should be proud of the things that you've been able to achieve, and also the breakthrough that you've had with working with someone else or a partner perhaps, and getting them to understand your view, how you feel. With this, the World card comes on top, which is awesome, because that also speaks of victory and support, you know, in ending to situations. So it's like, you know, you've needed to do what you needed to do in order to get this place where you finally feel free within yourself, so that a worry or concern that you've had in the past doesn't have to keep being there. You know, finally someone's got it. Taurus, there's a real strength happening within you if you allow it to. You know, perhaps you've been going through a time of unease, not sure, you know, where you're headed, where your career's headed, what's going on in your life. But there's a real need for you to understand that your powers of and your abilities and your powers of manifestation and all of these good things within you are starting to be more at the forefront of your mind. In the past there's been a lot of mental conflict and concern going on, and, you know, perhaps a misunderstanding in other people's motives and views and ways, and like a little bit of resentfulness as well, I have to say, with some people. Perhaps because of this breakthrough that you've had, maybe someone was a real pain, you know, real stubborn to get through to, and you've finally done this now. The red also, all the elements are in this card, and the red is saying that you've also fully grounded yourself. And perhaps for some people this is a card of passion too. You're finally free to be the person that you want to be with the person that you want to be with as well. Maybe there's been a misunderstanding about your sexuality too. This can happen. You know, people, you know, place people in categories. And it's very hard to break out of that, especially, but you've had this breakthrough, which is amazing. And this has perhaps come because there has been or will be a time of intense rest. A time when you need to break away, you know, and break away from the mundane and all those little things in life that hold you down. For some people, this is the card of hospital. So it could be that something has turned up in your life and you've had to go. You've had to be there or been in the waiting line for ages or going there to see someone. But the rest is needed. You know, the rest because, you know, you've got the energy of the world with you. So this is going to be very intense timing. So you need to rest when you can. Which leads you to the Queen of Cups. For some of you, this is an emotional attachment to someone. You know, this is someone new perhaps coming into your life to help you. Or this is a new approach in an existing relationship which is needed. Okay. The Queen of Cups also talks about your own trustworthiness, that your own loyalties and your own abilities to oversee things, but not to take over things as well. That's one thing that you need to be careful of. The Queen of Cups tends to do too much. Okay, so maybe this is, you know, a sign that, you know, to step back a little bit, which is why you've got the rest card here. The Queen of Cups also brings in abundance and strength, and for some people, real true love that perhaps you haven't felt in a really long time. You know, maybe it's like a deepening because you've had this breakthrough. Maybe it's a deepening of your own love relationship, or you're starting to get in love with yourself, you know, and all the things that you've been able to achieve, which is really good because then you don't care about what anyone else is doing. I'm always about that. You hear this in my messages. I'm about everybody focusing on what they need to do to get where they need to go, to help themselves, to achieve anything, to bring that confidence. No more anxieties. That anxiety stuff is nonsense. And I have been through it for over 20 years, longer than that. So I can share with you very soon about how you can get through it. But it is nonsense. Once you learn how to get rid of the nonsense, then your whole life just becomes free. And I know that everyone's got their own situations, I'm not saying that, but I know that you can get through it and I want to help. Okay, so forget that for a minute. Taurus, let's see what this little cards say for you as well, just to bring in some more information. Okay, the Knight of Cups. Ooh, you got a lot of emotion happening here, you know, offerings here. The Sun, a lot of blissful energy too. You know, maybe there's a child involved, grandchild perhaps. The King of Swords. Okay, you need to be, the only thing about the King of Swords is he is very authoritative, and I always tend to see him as someone in a legal profession. So you just need to be careful that you're not drawing attention to yourself somewhere. I was going to do one more. What's the King of... Oh, okay. King of Swords. Oh my God. I'll get that in a minute. The King of Swords. Yeah, look. The Emperor. It has to do with someone in authority. A lawyer, policeman. Sometimes it can be a doctor. Okay. I feel this is someone very strong here. Could come from someone else's mouthiness, like someone else's spite. Okay, so I'm feeling for these ones here. You just got to watch for someone who, or be aware that someone may be talking a little bit behind your back. Someone may want to cause a little bit of trouble. If you're not worried about what everyone else is doing, it won't bother you whatsoever. Because remember, you've got this beautiful sun energy here and the Knight of Cups. But those three were to clarify who the King of Swords is. And it's definitely someone in authority, okay? And it's definitely someone younger who they even may be getting in trouble with the cops or something, you know, teenage family member, or, you know, someone younger, or someone speaking too much and getting their mouth in trouble, mouth running away with them. But whatever it is, you're aware of it now, okay? So you have, along with the Queen of Cups to finish things, you have the Knight of Cups. So someone coming forward, telling you how they feel. Someone putting this offer, but they're very, you know, maybe too much love and emotion. But either way, your resulting card is the Sun. And the Sun, I just love this card so much. It's just so full of joy and success and happiness. And for some people, moving house and things like that, finally getting that place that you've always wanted, you know, to go to. Finally getting to do the things that you've always wanted to do. And it all started with this amazing breakthrough that you had, okay? Leading you to the energies of the world, and, you know, needing to rest a little bit though, because all this is happening, and bringing this energy of the Queen of Cups in as well, that trustworthy energy. So let's have a look also now at the domino angels that are overseeing. Well, one angel that's overseeing, I guess, for this. For Taurus, here we go. Okay, Taurus. Oh, you've got Archangel Michael. Okay, so this is going to be something legal here. Archangel Michael's with you. Okay, so remember the card that I showed you of the spite, like the gossip, someone talking behind your back? I'll show you again. The Page of Swords, okay? So, Archangel Michael says, you may get some negative messages, something of an angry nature, but the idea is that you do not retaliate, because, you know, the bosses are about, or you will start bringing all this upon yourself. When misunderstandings arise, it's time to re-evaluate the people in your life, the friends that you choose, the things that you say. No one can make you or should make you feel sad in any way. If so, time to get rid of them and shield yourself in light. Thank you, Archangel Michael. Light a blue candle to connect. So Archangel Michael's working with you, okay? So this could mean that you'll get a tip off. You know, you'll get some kind of feeling when you need to be careful. Or maybe it's just careful about what you say in front of someone, okay? There's just an energy of care needed. Especially when speaking to someone younger. Maybe this is your own child or someone that you know as well, that you know has a mouth, okay? This is someone that you know is very well, who's, you say something to them, they tell someone in the next 5 minutes. You know, they're not going to keep a secret. So you know this about them, but know that Archangel Michael is supporting you and is with you. So an interesting month. Finances starting to rise. You know, special people coming into your life as well, and this real sense of triumph and accomplishment with someone who may have been very stubborn in the past or very difficult to get through to, and you feel like you've done this, you've made headway, and this is going to continue, okay? Thank you so much for listening to me, and I hope you enjoyed the messages, and until the next time, lots of love, and bye for now. Bye.